Hello and welcome to United Corner. You're here with Luke, and this is my reaction to Man United versus Southampton. What can I say? We won 9-0, record. I haven't seen this since we beat Arsenal 8-2, so I'm over the moon for seeing this. We displayed a beautiful game. After their red card in the 2 minutes, I think we controlled it. And yeah, just beautiful. Everyone chipping in, getting goals, assists. It was just a beautiful performance. So let's get into it. We'll be doing player ratings as well, so I'll give you the quick run through. So in the second minute, Southampton got a red card for in my opinion, was a dirty tackle over the top of the ball, studs up to Scott McTominay, even cut all his fight. Yeah, that was no question of a red card. Then we was just piling on the pressure. 18th minute, Wan-Bissaka with his second goal. Lovely cross from Luke Shaw. Wan-Bissaka on the back post. That's what we want from our left back and right back, getting up, getting the goals, getting the assists. That's what we love to see. And then we move on to Marcus Rashford getting the second in the 25th minute. Another Luke Shaw. Just beautiful. Just elegant. It was just beautiful. Like the whole game was just one goal after another, was just as good as the rest. And then the third goal was an own goal. I think if he didn't get the goal, Bednarek, I think Fred was on the back post of it, going in anyway. So can't have no fault in that. And then Edison Cavani, I've been wanting him to get a goal at Old Trafford. Wish the fans was there to see, yeah, a great header. Antonio coming on and scoring another one. Marcus Rashford and Antonio needed that boost of getting the goal and getting back to old ways where they was ruthless, and hopefully now they can build on to Everton. So yeah, he got the goal in the 69th minute. Beautiful goal. Then we moved on to Scott McTominay. First time finish from outside the box. Great goal. I wouldn't have put him in the starting 11, but maybe I was wrong, and he scored. So that's another one who can build on. And then we move on to Bruno Fernandes. I hate when he scores penalties, because people will refer to he only scores penalties, he only can do this. But really, he does so much that people don't see. Other fans will hate on him, but he's always running, always making the chances, getting the assist. He does more. And if he scores a penalty, that's what he deserves, in my opinion. He can score from outside the box, he can do anything. If it's a penalty, it's a penalty. It's not his fault that's the way he scores. It's, you know what I mean? So I hate when people say he only can score penalties, because he's so much better than that. But a penalty today is what he deserves. Deserved a bit more, but he got the assist and that. Then Martial scoring a beautiful chest and volley. I really like that, in the 90th minute. And then Daniel James coming on and scoring in the 93rd minute. Lovely assist by Bruno Fernandes and a lovely flick by Daniel James. It was a great goal in my opinion. And they had 2 red cards, one in the 2nd minute and one in the 86th minute for the penalty for Bruno, that Bednarek. That's an hard one, because now that's all what's going to be looked at on this game, is that touch. Did he hit Martial? Did he not? Is it a red card? Is it a penalty? And now that affects the game. Man United won 9-0, and the only thing they can talk about is the red card. Is that a penalty? The referees need to get together and realise what is a penalty, a red card, and make it clear, because each game has a different outcome, and it's changing from left to right, and it doesn't make sense. One week it'll be, oh no, that's just a yellow. Next week it's a red. There's no rules on what is and what ain't. So I reckon they need to have a sit down and talk about that. We had 24 shots, 14 on target. I reckon we could have gone more than 9-0, in my opinion. I think we could have been more ruthless. But 9-0 is still a great score in my opinion. So we move on to player ratings. Okay, this is going to be good then, eh? 9-0, who can get lower than a 6? So we'll move on to the player ratings now. De Gea in goal. Not really much to do. So nothing really. So I'll give him a 7. That's generous because he literally did nothing. It's not his fault. Man United was just really good on the defensive when they went down to 10 men. Did really nothing, so I can't really give him a higher score than a 7. We move on to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka gets an 8 for me. I think he played well. He was getting into the channels. He was crossing. He got a goal, assist, I think so. So yeah, an 8 is generous for me. I think he deserved that. Maguire, 7. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to rate Maguire, Lindelof because they had literally nothing to do. Danny Ings dropped back when they got a red card. Charlie Adams had no support up there when they was booting up. There was just Maguire and Lindelof was controlling it and getting it back into our strikers and midfielders. So Maguire and Lindelof, they get a 7 for me. Yeah. Luke Shaw, I'm going to go with an 8 as well. I thought he played well. May even deserve the goal in my opinion. He was class, getting down the channels, same as Wan-Bissaka. Assist for Wan-Bissaka. Just doing everything right, crossing it in, helping Rashford out. Down that side, they couldn't handle us. So yeah, he gets an 8 for me. Fred gets a 7. I think not as good as we've seen in the past, but it was just a control of game between Man United. No players stood out as well as they would maybe if it was a closer game. So yeah, he gets a 7 for me. He didn't really do much, but he helped the team. Scott McTominay, he gets an 8 for his goal. Played well, controlled that middle. I reckon when we got that red card, he could have pushed onto the cam with Bruno Fernandes and let Fred, or vice versa. I reckon we could have gone more attacking like we did in the second half when we took Shaw off. But yeah, McTominay gets an 8. It was a beautiful goal outside the box. First time, beautiful. Bruno gets an 8 for me as well. Absolute class, assist, a goal. He's back to our Bruno Fernandes that we love. 5 games without a goal and gets a goal now. So hopefully he can start getting back to normal. It was just a blip like we've seen. So yeah, he gets an 8. And then we move on to Marcus Rashford. I think he played well. I previously said we should drop him, but in my opinion, maybe I was wrong. He was on fire today. They literally couldn't keep him and Shaw out down that left side. It was literally ruthless. So yeah, I'm going to give him an 8 as well. I don't think I don't think it was a performance of getting a 9, a 10 and all that, but it's definitely worth an 8. And then we go with Mason Greenwood. Unfortunate to not get on the score sheet. Played well again. With me, I love Mason Greenwood, but he takes on the players. I think he does too much. He can either release it or shoot. I think he does too much ticky-tacky, and then not release it or not shoot, and he gets tackled, and people might look bad on him. But everything else he does well. He gets down the wing, he cuts in, takes on players, maybe just that pass through or shot, and we might see a different side. But for that, I'm going to give him a 7. He didn't really do much like the rest, but he contributed. Edison Cavani gets an 8 for me as well. Played well. Got his goal that I've wanted for him to get for ages now. Beautiful header. I think he got took off at half time for that, maybe that injury, that tackle just on the edge of the box. Maybe Ollie was looking, maybe rest him. We need him. He's clinical. He will be the reason why we fight for this title. he's class. He helps Mason Greenwood, Marcus Rashford, Martial. He helps them look like what they should be doing. It's absolutely brilliant. And for like everyone was saying when we first got him, it was just going to be another Zlatan. But I've said if we would have gone in for him 5 years later, 5 years before, he would have been class. I've always rated Edinson Cavani. So yeah, he gets an 8 for me. Martial coming on at half time. He gets his 2 goals. Clinical. Back to Martial's ways. That's what I'm saying. I said in my preview that he needs to play up strike. That's his position. Him and Edinson Cavani up strike could be dangerous. But he doesn't like it when he's on the left side. He can't. He loves to cut people open in the middle. That's where we need him. That's where he should stay. He should either 1 week he play Edinson Cavani and the next, or you know, because that's his position. You can't play him on the left wing. It's we lose a player. Martial gets an 8 for me as well. Coming on and scoring 2 goals, clinical, making the penalty for Bruno. Yeah, Van der Beek coming on. Not the best performance we've seen of him, but I think we need to start him more. We need to see the Van der Beek that we love from when we've seen him in Ajax. He needs a bit more time, in my opinion. So yeah, he gets a 7. He didn't really do much. Few flicks. I wish he could have got a goal as well. I think he deserved it. So yeah, he gets a 7 for me. Daniel James, come on. Gets a goal. Not really that much to do. Not that much to do when you're 8-0 up. Just enjoying the game. I think he got a goal in the 90th minute. Beautiful finish from him. I'll give him a 7 as well. Needed a bit more time to get any good a score. Maybe we could start seeing him in the future. Start fighting his position with Rashford, maybe. Move on to Ollie. When the first team news come out, I wasn't a fan of it, to be honest. I thought we should let Boye play and free up McTominay or Fred. Because Charlie Adams and Danny Ings is not that fast. We don't really need to play defensive for them, but it doesn't matter. We won 9-0, so that's what matters. So Ollie gets an 8 for me. I think, yeah, he gets an 8. 9-0, what more can you ask for? Actually, do you know what? I'm going to give him a 9. 9. Doesn't get a 10 because we wanted 10. He'll get a 9 like we won the 9. That's fair enough then, isn't it? Referee, he'll get an 8 for me. A few decisions was a bit questionable, but like I said at the start, these rules on red cards, penalties, it's honest to God, it's mind blowing. Like when a team wins 9-0 and after all Rio and that can talk about is a penalty, that's when you know something's up there. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is a United Corner. This is my reaction and player ratings. Please leave a like, subscribe, and peace.